G'day guys, Tentoni TV here and welcome to another episode of my Saving Man United save on FM24 here on YouTube. So last time out, you'll remember we faced Lazio in our first Europa League group match, and then we faced Middlesbrough in our Carabao Cup match. We won both those matches, which was really great to see. Since then, we've had 4 matches. We beat Bournemouth 3-2, Xerxes, Garnacho and Ericsson getting on the score sheet there. We then beat drew with Ferencvaros in the Europa League with Bruno getting the goal. Before we went on to beat Aston Villa 4-3 with Anthony Hoyland Evans on the score sheet, as well as youngster Amir Ibrahimov, who is turning out to be quite the little wonder kid, I think. He definitely has a lot of potential. I've been playing him more in that attacking central midfield role. I think we need to work on his concentration a bit and a few other things. But overall, I think he has a bright future ahead of him. And he's developing quite well. And then we drew 3-3 with Brentford. Unfortunately, because we did go up 3-1 and then we managed to let in a couple of goals right at the death. But that brings us to today's matches. So first we'll be facing Silkeborg IF in the Europa League group stage before we face Leicester in the Premier League. I decided to choose these two rather than the Leicester Carabao Cup and Southampton matches, only because I wanted to bring you one of the Europa League matches at least. The Carabao Cup, we'll find out about when we come back for the next video, which is probably going to be the Tottenham Hotspur and Ferencvaros matches. But we will go through these 2 matches at least today and we'll see how we go. We are quite excited and quite confident of a victory. We've made a couple of changes, again, brought back our usual starting lineup. The only difference being that with... Oh no, Garnacho's back from injury. No, we are going to make that change. There we go. Yep, there we go. So we're playing our usual sort of starting lineup that we want, our strongest starting lineup. Even though Anthony has been quite clinical in front of goal the last few matches, I'm going to play Garnacho because Garnacho has been quite good as well. Garnacho was injured for a little while, which is why I was considering not playing him, but he is back from injury. So here we are. That is our lineup. Making just one change. Garnacho replacing Anthony from the last match that we played. Silkeborg making one change as well. So they're going with a 4-1-2-2-1. So perhaps what I might do, we'll see how we start off, but we might start pushing it a bit wider. We might push it a bit wider this match, actually. Because they're going to be playing very central. Let's go fairly wide. No, we'll go wide. We're going to play wide. And we're going to focus the play down the sides. Let's do it. We're making that change already. Straight off the bat. And only because of the formation that they're playing. So hopefully we're making the right choice there. We will see. So Silkeborg with the ball, but we are down their end of the pitch. So hopefully... Oh, look at that. Nice interception there from Garnacho. Plays it back to Ugarte, who goes wide to Mazraoui. Looking for Garnacho. Didn't quite pull that ball off. Delit with it now. Can we build again from the back? We're going to try going left, I'm assuming here. Mount to Yoro. Yoro's got Shaw out wide. Instead he goes to Mount. Back to Yoro. Look at Shaw out wide. There we go. He's found Shaw. Xerxes. Xerxes now with the run. Rashford cut inside. Oh, nicely done there. Oh, spectacular. Oh, no. It was offside. Hang on, that was offside. That was beautiful football, but I think it was offside. Yep. Unlucky, but that was spectacular passing. Oh, he just wandered offside. He was just 2 seconds too early. But that's all right. That's all right. We're showing positive signs here. So it looks like going wide was the right decision. Because they seem to be overloading the middle of the pitch there. Oh, and we kept them onside. We kept them onside. It's going to be reviewed. It was onside. It was. I had a feeling it was just onside. Oh, that was close. That had to have been close. That had to have been very, very close. Let's have a look. Oh. Oh. That was well done by Silkeborg. All right. We've got to get that one back. Bruno, he's got some space. He's going to try himself. He should have cut it back. Xerxes was in the middle. But Bruno trying to be the hero. Unfortunate there. Look, overall, we have been playing quite well. This tactic, a very unorthodox tactic. It's an asymmetrical tactic, as they say. But the squad seem to have really... Wow, beautiful shot there from Rashford. Just not enough power behind it. The squad have really sort of taken to it. Everyone's sort of playing to their roles exactly as I want them to. We're holding our shape most of the time. 95, 96% of the time we are holding our shape, which is good. Oh, Xerxes gotten away there. Xerxes managed to get in behind the defenders. And there it is. We get the goal back. That was nicely done. Luke Shaw with the nice little lob pass over the top. Xerxes got in behind the defender and beautiful finish past the keeper. Made no mistake of it. He has been absolutely phenomenal in front of goals this season. How many goals has he gotten so far this season? He's already up to... This would be his 5th goal. He's had 4 in the Premier League. That's his first in the Europa League. His 5th goal of the season. He has been spectacular. The good thing is with this formation, we've had goals coming from everywhere. We've had goals coming from set pieces from the defenders. We've had goals coming from the midfield. Because, you know, with that box-to-box and that shadow striker sitting in behind. Luke Shaw's looking very, very tired. Something's wrong there. We will look at that at halftime. We'll try and push him out to halftime. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, you know, with that shadow striker role and that box-to-box midfield role there, it has been quite good for the midfielders to come in and get their goals. Garnacho cutting inside. Or Anthony when he's on that right-hand side. It's been phenomenal. It's good to see that, you know, the goals are being shared around amongst the players. Okay, Shaw is obviously running off that knock, which is good. Because he has been having a great match. I didn't really want to sub him off. Good thing we didn't. Mazraoui now. He's on a yellow, so he's probably going to be one of the first ones subbed at some point. And Rashford with the header, it goes over the bar. So At this stage, I think where we're going to be looking at next season, improving anything, I'd like to probably start with the defence. The defence is probably going to be the one area that I'd really want to work on improving first. Obviously, with Delit and Yoro there, we've got players there for the future. However, we need a little bit more depth. Yes, with the likes of Martinez and Maguire at the moment, we do have some depth there. However, we need some more because obviously we want to look at replacing some of these players. I think we need to work on getting a backup for right and left backs because I'm probably going to look at getting rid of Malaysia once he is back from injury. I'm going to look at getting rid of him as he is very injury prone. And to be honest with Shaw, so injury prone as well, it could be beneficial to look at bringing someone in there. So I think the defence is going to be one of the areas we'll look at, and the central midfield area. Again, with Manu and Ugarte there, we have some starters. We've got Mount and Ericsson there as backups. We are trying to get rid of Casemiro. He's one of the first ones we are looking to get rid of. So we are going to look at trying to get a replacement in. So yeah, it's going to be the defence and the central midfield roles that we're going to look at first, as I believe we have enough up front and in that attacking third, I think we have enough about us. Oh, nicely cut back there. Xerxes pounces on the loose ball there. A poacher's goal. A true poacher's goal. That was all Rashford. He was looking to cut it back to Bruno, but Xerxes pouncing on the interception from the defender. And there we have it. We take the lead. And we do our goal dance. We are doing our goal dance. All right, we need to make some subs. All right, we're gonna not risk these yellow cards. We don't want reds. Manu is the only one from that starting line that I would normally have in there. Instead, we had Mount in there because I just wanted to rotate a bit. And Mount has actually been quite good, so I wanted to give him a little bit more of a run. And I think this is where... Oh, no. All right, we've got a yellow card there to go to Nacho. So I dare say he's going to be one of the next ones off. Yeah, and we'll bring off Shaw. Okay, there we go. That's our subs done. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I've noticed that since I played around with the tactic and really got that tactic right to how I want it, tried to take advantage of what the players were good at. I'm training them up to really focus on the roles that I'm using in that tactic, and they are really taking to it well, and I'm finding that I'm getting the most out of the players as a result. And as you can see, that's going to be offside. Xerxes was offside there. Yep, Xerxes was offside. Well and truly offside. I could start celebrating, but I reckon it was offside. Yeah, well and truly. Well and truly, there was no doubts there. It was a great ball and great run, but he was just way too early with that run. Now, Anana hasn't been great, but he hasn't been terrible either. Although I will probably be looking to find a better keeper as well. So I think the keeper is one area we're going to look at replacing at some point too. Okay, that's got to be offside. But it was a great tackle from De Ligt there to make sure, but it was offside. The referee called it. Right. We've got 5 minutes of injury time. We're into the third of the 5 injury time minutes. All right, let's not muck around too much with it at the back there. Oh, nice ball there. Anthony now with plenty of space. He can use that speed. All right, we've got the corner. We've got the corner. Okay. We've got the set piece. We have been quite clinical from corners. The defenders have been quite good at getting their heads on the ball and putting this in the back of the net. Not this time. Anthony finds Yoro. De Ligt. Back to Yoro, back to De Ligt, back to Yoro. They are combining nicely there to just keep Silkboard off the ball. Can Yoro get the cross in? No, but we get the throw in. He's making sure to keep the ball there. With 1 minute to go, Dalot wasting time. And doing a fairly good job of it too. Ugarte. Xerxes was looking for Martinez, who fouls the Silkeborg defender there. 10 seconds of injury time to go. And surely the referee's going to blow the final whistle. Are we going to have time for this throw in? I don't think so, because we're already over the allotted time. Martinez wasting as much as he can. And there it is. Another victory for us. Giving us 2 victories and a draw in the Europa League, which is really good. Some great performances there. Shaw, De Ligt, Rashford and Xerxes all had wonderful performances. Now that puts us top of the table in our group by 3 points. With 3 games to go, we still have to play each of the teams once more. As in the other match, Ferencváros had a 1-1 draw with Lazio. So Lazio not really performing to the standard that they were that was really expected of them in this Europa League. Unfortunately. And we have the Leicester match now in 3 days. So I'm going to pause the recording then. We'll come back just as we're getting into this Leicester match. Alright, and we're back. So we're back with this match against Leicester City in the Premier League. So this is... we're currently in 5th place on 17 points after 8 games. We're playing our 9th game here. Chelsea playing their 10th game as well at the same time as us. And Leicester playing their 10th game. So we're still going to have a game in hand. But if Leicester beat us, we will be on equal points with with them. If Chelsea beat Southampton and we lose or draw, Chelsea will go ahead of us. We need to win this match to stay 1 point behind Arsenal with a game in hand. And to stay in touch with the leaders, City, Liverpool and Tottenham as well. So with Tottenham as well playing against Nottingham Forest, they could potentially move into 2nd place with their match here as well. So, very important match for us. Now, the assistant is telling us to rotate to be honest, I don't want to rotate too much. I'm going to rotate a little bit. And mainly the defensive side of things. There we go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make three changes in the defence. We're bringing Maguire in, we're bringing Martinez in, and we're bringing Delot in to replace Delit, Shaw, and Yoro. Using some of our experienced players. Leicester making 2 changes to their lineup. Well, we've made 4, apparently. Yes, we have, because we brought in Mainu as well for Mount. So there's that table that we were talking about, and here we go. So hopefully we can get off to a good start here against Leicester. If we can get a victory here, it'll put us in good position going into that Carabao Cup match, with the momentum against them. And I apologise now, I didn't say it earlier, but I apologise if I sound a little bit nasally. I have been a little bit crook, so you'll have to forgive the sound of my voice. Unfortunately, it's a little bit nasally today. And that's why a couple of times I have muted the mic so that I can cough, but if I miss it and don't mute the mic, I apologise in advance. Right, nice passing there. We're going straight down the middle here. Xerxes now. Garnacho with the rebound. Puts it over the bar. We are looking the stronger side. We're controlling the possession. Here we are in an attacking position. Mazraoui, Ugarte, who's been very solid for us in that central sort of defensive mid role. That ball-winning midfield role. Bruno finds Garnacho, who's cut across to the left. Delot now. Diogo Delot. He's run into a bit of a wall there. Mainu can't hold on to it. Leicester with a breakaway. Edouard, great player, finds McAteer, skip, and Maguire puts a stop to that attack. Now we can get on the counter here as we see Rashford making a break down that left-hand side. Is he going to cut it across? He tries to go himself instead. Probably not the best decision there from Rashford. I think it would have been better to cut it across to Xerxes or Bruno. But there is still plenty of time in the match as we look to build again from the back. Martinez. Just taking his time, calculating every move. Delot finds Bruno in the centre. Back to Martinez, who again takes his time. Martinez is good like that. He's very calculating in the way he moves and plays the ball. He doesn't rush. Which is why it's good having him in the mix, in the squad, as one of the experienced players. I mean, Delit and Yoro have been phenomenal, but you can never have enough experience as Rashford crosses that in for Xerxes, and Xerxes with the finish. And we're doing our goal dance. Beautiful finish there. The keeper had no chance, couldn't hold on to it from such a short distance in front of him. All he could do was try and parry it, and all he did was parry it into his own goal. And there is the lead that we wanted. It's praise the lads. They're doing quite well. So we're probably going to be replacing Ugarte and Rashford and Garnacho early on in the second half, judging by the fact that they're starting to get tired already. They have had quite an intense schedule of matches, and we haven't really rotated them all that much yet. There is every chance they'll be rotated for that Carabao Cup match, as Mainu just puts it wide. And we are really starting to find our feet in this match now. Bruno with the outswinging corner. It goes out to Garnacho, who finds Mainu, who gets for another shot and a great save to go out for another corner. So Bruno's going to be providing that outswinging corner again. He's probably going to look at going near post again, I dare say. No, he's going towards the centre. Wasn't the right move this time. Garnacho with it though. Finds Bruno again. Back to Garnacho, who's probably going to go himself and puts it wide. After a parry from the goalkeeper again. So we've got another corner. So we're doing really well here. We're peppering the goals. Maguire, Garnacho hits the upright. Xerxes can't get on the end of that. And Leicester managed to get away with that one. But wow, we are really controlling this match. We have got 79% of the possession. They're 21. Wow. As we see Garnacho now making a break down that right-hand side. Plays it back to Mazraoui. Giving him more room. Tries to cut it inside to Garnacho. Right idea. The execution wasn't quite there, but Garnacho manages to get it back. No, he loses it again. Ugarte finds Mazraoui. Mazraoui with space again. Can he get the cross in this time? Almost, but he gets hold of the ball. Finds Mainu, who puts it out for a corner after a deflection from the keeper. And most of our focus has been down at this final third. We are not really letting Leicester get up into our final third at all. Martinez, Delot. Back to Martinez. The cross comes in looking for Garnacho. But the keeper manages to get out and grab a hold of that. So it looks like we're going to be going into half-time, 1-0 up. Xerxes so far the best performer. Mazraoui struggling. But the XG is there. We are looking the better side. We are controlling the possession in all thirds. But I dare say we are going to be making some subs early on here. We are seeing some tired legs. I'd like us to go one more goal in front, though, before we do. It would be nice. Let's show some encouragement to the lads. Garnacho finds Rashford. Rashford cutting inside. Garnacho, Bruno, Mazraoui, back to Bruno, Ugarte now. Mazraoui's made a little bit of a run, but Ugarte played it in behind him. We're having to build up again from the back. Maguire finds Martinez. Delot up to Rashford. Rashford's first touch there was not his strongest. Probably one of the worst first touches I've seen from Rashford all season. But we got the ball back and we've lost it again. And Delot gets it back. Mainu finds Rashford again now. Rashford, a much better first touch there. Finds Delot, who's got space. But instead, Delot cuts inside. Finds the run of Xerxes. And a great save there from Leicester. But yes, I think we are going to make some subs. Alright, Ugarte's going to come off for Ericsson to come on. 3 and actually no. We're going to bring Shaw on. We're making 4 subs already. We're going to leave 1 sub for us for later. We need some fresh legs out there, and that's what we've got. Anthony, one of the fresh legs that's out there. Great attempt. All that Leicester could do was scramble it back for a corner. Ericsson with the in-swinger. Shaw with the header, but he puts it over the bar. So those that have just come on now, starting to combine well, they're starting to really pick up the game a bit for us. You can see we've got a little bit of an extra bounce in our step again now. Delot looks for Xerxes. Xerxes puts it wide. Unlucky there. But yes, it does look like we've got that little extra step. That extra bounce in our step, I should say. That extra spring. Which is always good when you bring on fresh legs. I think we're going to do one more. Mainu's going to come off. Mount is going to come on. Bring on a little bit more experience down that centre of the park. So we've got a really experienced squad down that centre from the defence all the way to the central midfielders. Oh! Mainu with what is his last probably attempt of the game hits the upright. Wow, it was a rocket. Unlucky for him not to finish on a very high note there before Mount comes on to replace him. Delot now in for Rashford, who couldn't quite get power behind that one. Unlucky. I'd like another goal. Like I said, I'd like to win this by more than 1 goal. We are looking the stronger side. The momentum has been with us pretty much the whole way through the match. Leicester have only really shown glimpses. Here we go. Ayew. Can't find anyone up front. Maguire now finds Delot. He's got Anthony ahead of him. Cuts inside to find Ericsson to Ibrahimov, who's been phenomenal every time he's come on. We're playing him quite a bit this season, but we're also making him available for the under-21s, and Rashford there gets the second goal. And we're doing our goal dance. The signature 10 Tony TV goal dance. A beautiful, beautiful goal there from Rashford. Cut inside. Gave the keeper no chance. Yeah, Ibrahimov's been phenomenal since we brought him up from the under-18s. We have made him available permanently for the under-21s as well for this season. We're going to use him as a backup this season. And then next season I'm going to look to loan him out to help his development, because I'm seeing very, very good signs from him. And you can see there, the match momentum has been completely our way. Leicester have just not shown much in terms of an attacking movement at all. So 3 minutes of normal time to go before the match is over, before injury time. So all we have to do is just hold out. We're going to praise the lads. They've done very well. Nice ball there from Anthony to Ibrahimov. Can Ibrahimov do much with it? He finds Anthony again. Anthony out to Shaw. Shaw looking to get the cross in, to cut it back. And Anthony puts it into the back of the net. And there is goal number 3. To put the match That's it. The match is now out of reach for us. And we're doing a goal dance again. Hopefully this gives us some great momentum leading into the next match, which is the Carabao Cup match against Leicester there. Wow. Very close to offside, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We have dominated this match so much. I mean, look at that possession. 74% possession to their 26. Delort with the cross in. Rashford with the header over the bar. Leicester with a chance now. There's 6 minutes of injury time, so Leicester's got a bit of a chance to get something happening, but anything they do is going to be mere consolation now. As we see, wow, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, there is a 2-2 draw happening there. Nottingham Forest, oh, there we go. A consolation goal there for Leicester. While we see Nottingham Forest getting a goal to draw it up at Tottenham 2-2, which is good for us. As tired legs are starting to show through. And that is going to be all she wrote. A 3-1 victory for us in a match that we have absolutely dominated. Surely the referee's going to blow the final whistle. Surely. And there it is, a 3-1 victory to finish off the match. Very happy with how the lads played. We dominated that match so much. And there we go. We are still in 5th place. 3 points ahead of Chelsea with a game in hand on them as well. 1 point behind Arsenal and 3 points behind Tottenham with a game in hand on them. So we are looking very, very good. So thank you all for watching. If you haven't yet, to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to know when more videos are being uploaded. We will come back next time with the matches against Tottenham and Ferencvaros, I'm pretty sure. Until next time, 10 Tony TV signing out.